Hello, everybody. Today I wanted to talk about death and my personal experiences with it, and as well as just talking about it. And I hope people can learn something from this video, or at least like gain something from it, and probably process it better than I can. And yeah, I also have more other videos that involve death, such as these. To begin things off, technically, ever since I was born, I had to face death in some way. I inhaled a lot of amniotic fluid from my placenta, and so that really damages like your respiratory system and stuff. And growing up, I had to use a mechanical respirator, but thankfully, as I got older, I think I don't even remember when. I think six or something. I no longer had to use it. Growing up, I had always been interested in horror and gothic media and such things like that. And partly it's because of my sister, because she introduced those things to me, such as I walked in on her watching Nightmare Before Christmas once, because, she was a teenager once and she was emo. And so, um, I like Courage the Cowardly Dog now, but before I was really scared of it. And Coraline too. I find it really funny how I was like into scary stuff, but I was also scared of it at the same time. Once I became like around the age of 6, that was the time when I really grasped the concept of death and how when you grow up, I mean, when you die, you're gone forever. You don't come back, and it's like an off switch. I think that's what made me afraid to die. And so each time I got like shampoo in my eyes, or like I got a mosquito bite, I would come crying to my sister, telling her like if I'm gonna die or not, because it was scary. Like I didn't want to die. So now I don't think everything will kill me simply because it causes me pain, but now I think my thought process has evolved over the years to the point where I have unwanted thoughts. And the term that I recently found that matched to what I was feeling is morbid curiosity. And it's just stuff like, what if I put my hand in this blender? Or what if I jump off this cliff or crash this car? And sometimes it gets in the way of my daily life and my social life. Sometimes at the back of my head, I get the sensation of someone's trying to kill me, whether I know them or not, and I just deal with it. I don't think there's anything I can really do about it. Death can happen anytime, anywhere. I thought about what happens after death. My mom, she talks about God, and my dad believes in God too, but he didn't try to influence it as much as my mom did. And when she did take me to church, I would get bored and I wouldn't pay attention to what the preacher was saying at all. And so afterwards, I went through a phase in my childhood where I tried staying on God's good side. So one of the things I did was each time Adult Swim would play, I would switch off the TV because I felt like if I watched it, I would go to hell. And I enjoyed what was classified as sinful behavior. But eventually, I would be inconsistent and just switch back to how things were, and watch Adult Swim and watch all my favorite shows like American Dad and Aqua Team Hunger Force. I felt more liberated doing what I wanted to do instead of doing what God wanted me to do. So now I think that if God does exist, I think I would be on his list to go to hell. And I'm alright with going to hell. Like I accept it now. Oh, and I remember specifically that when the show Your Pretty Face is Going to Hell would play, I would immediately turn it off because I didn't want to go to hell. Also, for the people who have said that they saw darkness afterwards and that felt like falling asleep, some of them described the experience as if it felt relaxing, like all the words were drifting away as they were, and some of them were dying from horrific accidents as well. So I think that kind of puts me in peace of mind a bit, knowing that the pain will eventually just go away as you're dying and you won't feel anything, and then you drift into darkness. To wrap things up, I've already accepted death before, but it doesn't mean I want to die. Um, but I know that at a certain age, you you'd probably just want to die. I'm mostly talking about elderly people because there are some elderly people who are just waiting to die, as they say they have already lived their lives, and all they can do now is just wait for death. But hopefully, no one really wants to die because you only have one life, and you should go enjoy it with some common sense. And hopefully, whatever struggles you're going through, you get over it. And yeah, life is a wonderful thing.